is Sarah Brown, and today I'm going to be discussing the weight loss supplement and potential ergogenic aids, Resveratrol. Resveratrol, also known as red wine extract, is a polyphenol and a phytolaxant that is generated by plants for protection from the sun, stress, damage, and disease. It is most frequently attained in the skin of grapes, red wine, purple grape juice, peanuts, cranberries, and blueberries. Humans have been using resveratrol for at least 2,000 years. In conventional Asian and Indian therapies, resveratrol has been used in circulatory and heart tonics. Resveratrol is alleged to possess antioxidant properties and as a result defends the body from the development of heart disease and cancer. Additional purported benefits and claims of resveratrol are anti-aging effects, increased energy and endurance, increased insulin sensitivity, and weight loss.
Typical administration of resveratrol is enteral. Most individuals consume resveratrol through buccal absorption by means of red wine or other food substances. However, in supplement form, resveratrol is administered orally and is absorbed in the small intestine. At least 70% of resveratrol is ingested and is absorbed, but maintains a low bioavailability due to the swift phase 2 metabolism. Resveratrol binds to the albumin protein in blood plasma and is distributed through the body via the circulatory system. Chronic administration of resveratrol leads to increased concentrations in the heart, liver, kidneys, and lungs, and then it is promptly metabolized to configure into glucuronide and sulfate derivatives. Resveratrol has an early peak concentration in the blood plasma at about 1 hour after the initial dose. But there's also a second peak concentration that's about 6 hours after that first dose. The half-life of resveratrol varies from 7 to 14 hours after administration. About 50 to 80% of resveratrol is excreted through the urine, and fecal excretion tends to vary between 1 to 38%. The physiological rationale supporting resveratrol is its ability to decrease the outcome and purpose of the various phases of that adipocyte life cycle. So the red wine extract reduces the adipogenesis and any future capabilities by developing pre-adipocytes. And this is done by reducing the adipocyte-specific transcription factors and enzymes, and by reducing the genes that hinder and regulate mitochondrial operations. More specifically, resveratrol increases the activities of the calorie-restricting enzymes sirtuins. Further, resveratrol enhances lipolysis and decreases the lipogenesis. One study demonstrated that resveratrol reduced the adipose depot size in rats consuming a high-fat, high-sucrose diet. Dosages of 6, 30, and 60 milligrams per kilogram body weight per day were administered to the rats for a 6-week period. The greatest reductions in fat were attributed to the 30 milligrams per kilogram body weight. There are few, if any, controlled studies performed on resveratrol's influence on weight loss in humans. Even though this is a major claim that proponents of resveratrol claim. Therefore, a lot more research needs to be done in support of the weight loss claims in humans. In another recent study in 2014, the International Journal of Obesity examined 30 days of resveratrol supplementation on adipose tissue morphology and gene expressions in 11 obese men between the ages of 40 and 65. The participants received either a placebo or 150 milligrams of resveratrol per day for 30 days. Then they had a 4-week recovery period, and then they resumed resveratrol intake for an additional 30 days. The results illustrated a decrease in adipocyte size and an increase in small adipocyte size. So you can see from the picture that the participants that received resveratrol have smaller fat cells as opposed to the ones that received the placebo. Additionally, gene expression analysis indicated an increase adipogenesis, and a reformed lipid metabolism. A 2012 study in the Journal of Physiology revealed that resveratrol may enhance performance. Sedentary rats that were supplemented with 4 grams per kilogram body weight of resveratrol had a 25% increase in exercise performance. In addition, compared to only exercise training, resveratrol supplementation coupled with exercise training resulted in an added 20% upsurge in performance. However, once again, it is with only rat experimentation, and additional human research is needed.
Long-term resveratrol use is limited to animal studies. A small number of short-term human studies, however, resulted in moderate gastrointestinal distress, headaches, and rashes, with doses of 2.5 to 5 grams per day.
Because of its inhibition of human platelet aggregation, there is an increased risk of bleeding when resveratrol is consumed with an anticoagulant or an antiplatelet drugs. Also with blood thinning and anti-inflammatory drugs, such as ibuprofen or aspirin. Furthermore, attributable to the disparity of results, resveratrol acts as both an agonist and antagonist of estrogen. So therefore, it's recommended that resveratrol not be ingested in combination with certain hormone-sensitive drugs. Due to the deficiency of human trials, there is no dosage, recommended daily intake, or adequate intake established by any organization. However, a study done by Brown and colleagues in 2010 determined that no more than 1 gram per day is recommended, because after that, the presence of gastrointestinal distress such as diarrhea start to appear. Resveratrol is not currently banned by any organization. This includes the NCAA, WADA, and the IOC. Additionally, the American Medical Association and the American Dietetic Association do not supply any endorsements or suggestions regarding resveratrol. Since resveratrol is a supplement, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration does not regulate or control its manufacturing or distribution. However, resveratrol has previously retained a self-affirmed, generally recognized as safe additive status from the FDA.